Episode 1. It is the year 3061. Humanity is at war. Again. Or still, depending on how you're looking at the big picture. The inner sphere, the totality of worlds settled by humankind, is currently divided into nations of royal houses, heavily armed despots, eugenics-dependent warrior cults, and now not just one, but two hyper-militarized phone companies. Each of these interplanetary powers has a bookshelf full of intricate and no doubt completely justifiable reasons to hate and want to stomp the ever-living crap out of all the other ones, war crimes be damned. None of that matters, though, to the people of Solaris 7, the game world. On Solaris, nobody cares if you have royal blood, or if you're out for revenge for a fallen realm, or if you have a manifest destiny set out for you by an apparently prophetic and not at all crazy nepotism baby. What matters here is if you can fight in a mech, a stories-tall, walking, stomping tank, and make it look good. Because if you can, then there's a lot of people willing to pay you a bucket of cash to do so. That in turn means if you're looking for someone or someones who know their way around a mech and are willing to be morally flexible for a payout, this is where you come to look. Which is exactly how I found myself in a crappy apartment with two beat-up old mercs looking to build a crew for an important job. Peace of Blake be with you, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us to the inaugural episode of what we hope is going to be a grand adventure. This is the first part of Sea-Bills and Secrets, the Rise of the Mechnificent 7. I'm Jesse K with Focht Network. I will be your game master as I guide this room full of incredible people through a Battletech adventure, running both using the Mechwarrior Destiny RPG system and Alpha Strike for some mech-to-mech combat featuring the, if you're just watching this now, soon-to-be-released Aces AI deck. I could go on for a while, and I will, but before I do, I was hoping that we could open it up to invite everyone to meet the people who are participating in this awesome adventure.
Why are we all laughing?
There are a ton of cool people here to join us. I am going to start on my right and work my way around. There will be character introductions into the story, but if you wanted to let people know who you are and a quick brief of who you've brought to the table today, why don't I start with my right with yourself, Randall.
So my name is Randall Bills. I'm the creative director for Catalyst Game Labs, and I've been working on Battletech for an shockingly long time. It's been a glorious many years, and today we are, as all this is here and the people that are with us, we're having this unbelievable renaissance for Battletech. So it's fantastic to fly up to the cold north here and be a part of this. I'll be playing Jabal Arazad, who is a wandering zombie warrior who has a love-hate relationship with the Combine, tech turned mech warrior, and he might take it all a little too seriously. He needs to get the job done.
Hi, I'm Paul Clarkson, director of Fox Network, host here at Six Sides of Gaming. I run everything Battletech when it comes to Six Sides. I'll be playing today a character that anybody that watches Friday Night Aces knows, and that is Wiley Gus Johnson. I am the XO and Recon commander of the infamous Lynn Vander Knight. I've been playing Battletech for about 30 years now, and we look forward to getting this system with Aces up and going in the new year, and we hope everybody enjoys what they see here today.
Let's pass it over to Sage and bring it back.
And the digitals.
I am Sage. There's not much else to that, but I'm playing Kratos, part of the Capellan Confederation.
Let me not expose my back to you. There we go.
Yeah,
I mean, got a sword. That's all that matters, right?
yeah.
Two katanas at this table. What's going on here?
Well, that one would be Capel, and that would be a Dow, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight blade.
Hi everyone, I'm Tommy. I'm a producer at Six Sides and designer at Lynn Vander Studios, annoying inceptor and botherer of those at Catalyst Game Labs who finally gave us the chance to make Aces, along with Josh Dirksen and Dylan Bertolo and the gang. Today, I'm going to be playing Harlan Storm, otherwise known as Lyn 6. Harlan is a Davion Royal that has renounced his blood and has decided to become a mercenary. His troop has been dispersed and disbanded and is now looking to refocus and save those who are lost and missing. I have been playing Battletech for exactly a year. I'm just getting involved in it more and more. I'm a little ashamed that it has taken me this long to really appreciate this game, considering that ever since I was a kid, 30 years ago in gaming stores, seeing Battletech and not actually picking it up, this has been a great journey so far, and I'm excited to continue the path.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Miriam. I'm a software engineer by day, and today I'm bringing you Vera Langston, part of the Federated Sons, and very loyal and a little too eager and optimistic. Yeah.
Oh boy, we're on the opposite sides of the coin. That'll be fun. Oh dang.
You have to set a good example there, Lyn 6.
Yeah, whatever. Politics.
And then also joining us by remote, a couple of the superstars of the Battletech community that we are thrilled to have join us on this adventure. Red, why don't you start by reminding folks here of who you are and who you're bringing to the table today?
Well, first of all, I'm not a superstar. I'm a person who just happens to make some videos on the internet. I am Big Red 40 Tech. I mostly cover battle mechs and factions and new releases and news for Battletech. And I am playing as a character named Nero Drago, who comes from the Tortuga domains, if I remember correctly. And my character seems to claim to be from that location, but is also clearly not from that location, despite his best efforts to convince others to that idea.
Fantastic. Thank you. And then our other guest, who I'm sure will also go to effort to assure us that he is not a superstar. Why don't you introduce yourself, Tex?
Hi, I'm Tex. I'm playing Dr. Randolph P. Checkers, the one-eyed school professor and mascot of Van Zandt. I'm another voice in the choir. I occasionally talk about Battletech and other such things and raise money for charity. And just wanted to say that Battletech is 40 years old and I'm 40 years old, and maybe that's not coincidence.
Ominous. Fantastic. All right. Well, I think we're going to get to know our characters in scene, as it were. So with everyone here established, I think we're ready to get started. So let me set the scene. As you've already heard from the introduction, we are on Solaris 7, and on Solaris 7, there is a room. And everyone has been in this room, because this is the room that you get when you stumble into place and say, hey, I just need a room. The room is complete. There's a floor, walls, and a ceiling. There is what could generously be considered a kitchenette. There is what could be generously considered furniture. In this room are 3 old men is strong. 3 veterans. We see the characters we've already started to get to know as Wiley, Lyn 6, and Dr. Randolph Checkers. Each of you is sitting or otherwise assembled watching a flat panel broadcast. And in a world where entertainment is king and so many things are on hollow, nothing else really highlights the decrepitude of this room than a flat screen panel. The panel is just starting to light up with a news broadcast talking about the results of the initial free-for-all rounds in the Wiley's World Open Invitational Tournament. The announcers are going over the details, and they are going to start talking to some of the highlights, the folks who have risen to the top. While you're waiting to see who these people are and what they're bringing to the table, don't we talk a little bit about how the three of you are doing? What are, if us in the audience, what do we see? Let's start with Lin 6.
All right. Well, Lin 6 is he's going through some turbulence in his mind. It's been a struggle since he's been born. He's not into politics. He doesn't like what's going on in the world, the worlds. He hasn't found a planet that he's been able to escape all of the political stressors that he's dealing with all the time. And he is self-imposed on his own getting recognized everywhere because he refuses to drab down, because he still has that royal blood in him, so he still tries to look dapper, which kind of gives it away when people tend to recognize who he is, with his mech being a little flashier than normal, and the type of mech he uses, and the colors that he seems to wear. That being said, in this case, usually when he's around anybody he considers friend, or Wiley, usually when he's around people that he considers friends, he will, or colleagues, or acquaintances, or even combat allies, he'll be a lot more relaxed. In this case, instead of being proper and prim, which is what he would do in public, he's laying on some sort of couch, foot up, combat boot, hanging off the edge, a beverage of sort in some steel canteen that he has so he can seal it up and bring it with him. Alcoholic or not, you don't really know, but it doesn't seem to affect him, and he definitely doesn't make a face when he drinks it to show that it could be straight whiskey. No one knows. But he's sitting there, he's got a pistol to his side that he keeps on him at all times, simply because whether you are a person who has left the environment you left in by choice or not, there are people that are looking for you, and there are people that are trying to tear you down. And so it's always at his side, regardless of whether he's sleeping in a comfortable bed in a 5-star flat, or if he's in a slum or a generic room that is adequate enough for where we are now. And he's just watching the flat, but not really. He's just pretending to watch it. But in his mind, he is just churning through the stressors of his life, trying to find ways to smooth it over, and wondering if he'll ever get to that point mentally.
Excellent. All right. No, I liked a lot of that. I'm going to a system afforded to me by Mechwarrior Destiny. So that was an excellent narration. I'm going to assign you an extra plot point to use.
Ooh.
Because I really liked how that you established that.
Plot points.
Thank you. I don't think he needs any more, though.
Lin 6 is on the couch, apparently paying attention. What's Wiley up to? How's he feeling? How's he looking?
Well, Wiley recently dispossessed and looking at the schematics, not only of his new mech that he's been assigned within the unit, with what's left of it, is more intent on watching what's going on with the events of the tournament that's going on. Wiley always being the one that seems to do everything and get the job done, while Lin 6, generally just, smiles a lot at the cameras and hides behind hills while I'm doing the hard work. Needs to make sure that whoever is winning these matches is probably going to be up to snub to make sure we get things done and get the job done. With Randolph P. Checkers here, I always got, one eye open and wary of who are around, and especially when they are members of Comstar.
Fair. An excellent segue to get into the next one. I'm going to assign you one for that as well. Appreciated that. Thank you. Dr. Checkers, Lin 6.
So, Randolph P. Checkers is watching that 2D broadcast with all the intensity of a one-eyed cat in a fish market, because he does have one eye. As he's sitting there smoking the cigar and watching the game and drinking his beer, which is store brand and probably not very good, he's going to look to the two other gentlemen and then look back to the game and say, "This isn't the worst room we could have had. There is a door."
Oh, you're right. But this tournament that you set up, Wiley, it's to try and find some new talent.
We were trying to replenish our ranks at the behest of the gentleman sitting in the room with us.
Well,
Yeah.
Anybody performing adequately?
Can I see anyone who's doing well and or still alive and or seemingly sober?
Vix, given that last bit, I think that's an excellent segue to the next bit we're going. The free-for-alls initial rounds have settled, and interviews with the victors are just coming on. So you all watch this flat panel. The cuts away from the interviewer to a reporter in the field, and the chyron at the bottom of the screen reads Jabal Arazad. Randall, what do these three old mercs see on the screen?
A very stoic, straight as a rod pilot. He's drenched in sweat, looks disheveled, and yet somehow looks like he just stepped out of a throne room for a bodyguard for royalty. And he says, life is art, and fighting is art. And I will win all of this for the art I have in my soul.
I like this guy.
It's pretty serious.
Pretty serious.
What do you think, Checkers?
That guy seems expensive.
Before we move on, there'll be a variety of reporters' questions, but essentially they sum up to how did the match go? You came out on top, but was it a breeze? Was it a struggle? How is...
It's a struggle. He won, and it wasn't quite a knockdown drag out, but it wasn't a total clean sweep, which, could make you wonder, is he like that good of a mech warrior? Like, he carries himself as though he doesn't, and obviously he did win. But it does make you wonder if there isn't some background that says that maybe he wasn't always a mech warrior.
I like that. Cool. So I think that interview is intercut with shots of Jabal's Banshee, 95-ton assault mech in the arena.
Wow.
That's a lot of hardware. Yes, it's feature. We'll see more of that up close. But so you see it on the panel. That's what the mech warrior is. That's also what they have to bring.
Good. Somebody that can hold back with me and
The Banshee pilot, it could be handy. Yes, definitely. What else do we see on these holovids?
Yep, you got a few more. There are a variety of these rounds, and this is sort of the victors who are going to be moving up. The next name you're looking at is... This guy seems a lot different. This name that comes up on the chyron is Nero Drago. Red, Nero Drago is now getting interviewed. What's this like?
You look upon a man with a distant look in his eyes. They go far, but there's not a whole lot behind them. He looks very stoic, very almost statuesque in terms of his appearance, as if he would be unresponsive to a fire happening nearby or anything of the sort. He doesn't seem to be having any hand gestures or fidgeting or anything like that. He's just kind of coldly looking at the camera, clearly bothered that someone is attempting to interview him. And he gives short, concise answers. So when they ask him, like, how do you think the fight is going to go today? Do you think this is going well? He just looks back. He's like, I will win. Next question.
Ooh. Direct to the point, Checkers. This one seems good.
Kind of grim.
I think that guy owes me money.
Like, I'm getting a theme here.
Now, the Wolverine he's piloting in these fights could come in handy.
Something in the mid zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've lost all my speed, right? So I am down to, well, I still maintain it, but not what we're used to. So I'm piloting a Spectre now, right?
It's true.
The Checkers piloting is awesome. That would be 3 assault mechs and a medium with a
Could be
light.
something lighter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We know we can hold the rear guard action. We need to be able to press forward. Just whether or not this guy's got he's got a bit of a...
So is your plan just to hire them if they win, or are you looking for...
Well, we want guys that are going to fit into our unit, right? We Checkers ultimately is going to put us where we need to be, which we don't know yet.
We need people that folks won't miss.
Yeah.
Well, those two guys were pretty stoic, so we'll find out.
Yeah, they don't seem like they have friends, so I mean, win-win.
Wow.
All day. This is going to be all day.
So I think Dr. Checker says that, again, it sounds like he's kind of joking, but then you get just a wave of bad vibes off of Dr. Checkers.
Yeah, he'll still laugh. Like I was like Harlan will still laugh awkwardly at the situation.
Right. Yeah. Something has just changed. You look back at the screen and see the next person they're interviewing. Their name is Hylit and Capellan Green.
Oh, no.
The next person that is being interviewed is another victor. This is a young woman named Kraitosun. Kraitosun, you're on camera. What do people see, and what sort of impression do they get of you after this match?
Kraitosun, she's sort of like a little bit shorter, a little bit stout. She's draped in equipment that looks maybe a few sizes too big, kind of like hangs off the shoulders. Her helmet's like awkwardly tilted to the side. She is Capellan blood, but far from loyal to the Confederation. Not for any reason in particular. She just doesn't like being told what to do. And on screen, after winning, her face reads a little bit dazed, but not really confused. She's sort of in a wide and awkward stance, seemingly zero spatial or social awareness, and to every question the interviewer asks, she just kind of, she just grunts.
A lot of monosyllabic.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when we cut and we see the action of Kraitosun, her Scorpion, how did that go? It's rare to have a quad mech on the field. Was it kicking butt and taking names, or was it tough?
It was definitely tough, being just an awkward kind of machine to maneuver, but prevailed in the end.
Right.
A lucky one. I don't know. Capellans. Can we really trust them on the battlefield? Like they could.
I don't know. I mean, she managed to win a fight with a dining table, so I mean that's something.
It's true, and besides, I mean, every force needs a wild card.
It's quick. It can stay low profile, obviously. People actually gonna think her a threat.
She doesn't really look like she belongs with the Capellans, though. You know what I mean?
Oh no, yeah.
There's something missing. I mean, I got enough of this understanding. I'm sitting on the border with these guys, but I don't know.
What else do we see on the vids?
What else?
Oh, two more. Next one comes up. Maybe the opposite, I'm gathering, of a monosyllabic grunting. The next Chiron reads Vera Langston. Tell us about Miriam. Tell us about what Vera is looking like on the screen and how this match went. What are people seeing from her performance?
Well, Vera's just got a smile on her face. She's so happy to have won and have a chance. She's still running on adrenaline a little bit, rocking back and forth beside the interviewer. She tells the interviewer that while she's not the strongest, she is very agile, and looking and observing is her strong suit to winning these fights.
She's probably gonna Ostrog.
Yeah, keener.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, she's got enthusiasm. I'm sure you can, check her out of that one, Randolph.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you just get ground down in life. But hey, when life gives you lemons, find vodka.
I mean, let's be realistic. She's a Davion, so she's gonna follow the rules.
Well, you don't.
Case in point.
You pair her with the Scorpion pilot.
That might be a good duo.
You can keep a closer eye on them.
One stays online, the other one's the wild card. This is good. We don't want the enemy to know what's coming.
We could get the Drac to sit in the back with you in checkers. I'll move forward with the...
I'm of the fond philosophy. If we don't know what we're doing, they won't either.
It's true. At least we know the Drac will go right to the end.
I could keep an eye on Dr. Doom there and his
Nero.
Tuga Wolverine.
What do? We offer them contract?
Oh yeah, but we're gonna lowball this. I mean, come on, this is Solaris. These people are barely awake.
Yeah, that's true.
You're doing the negotiations, Checkers, not me. It's your money.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's surely my money. It's surely exactly my money and no one else's. No one else's at all.
Money, but I mean, look,
I didn't say that.
I did, but I will.
Allegedly.
Yeah, don't worry.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes, until proven. It's
Until proven. Yeah.
It's your own.
Lawyer.
Well, Wiley, should we go initiate some conversations with these champions?
Well, you're having these conversations. There's one more name up on that screen. You turn your attention back to the flat panel to see some shots of a Victor battle mech, a nimble assault battle mech, very commonly identified with Federated Suns. And they cut to the Mechwarrior for that, who seems to be cut from a slightly different cloth. If you were in charge of assembling a visual encyclopedia and you needed to write an article for fat, drunken, conceited moron, you'd have an easy day at work because this is Terry Burgess. The interviewer is asking a question and this bald slob, still wearing his cooling vest, grabs the mic away from the reporter and fills the camera with his face and goes, "Oi! Yeah, that was a piece of piss, wasn't it? Yeah, the Burgess's Brodaxes, we don't need no job offer for some fancy off-worlders. We're taking that money. We're starting a new stable, is what we're doing. The Brodax is going to be running Solaris in a few years. You sign up with me, you'll see. This is going to be the best of the best. We take them all out, take it over for ourselves. So just give us the money right now. Don't even have to waste time with it."
We need this one. We need someone to take all the fire.
Oh, you mean a patsy?
Maybe. I mean, look, he's broadbent. He's bodacious. He'll get in there and on fire.
He might fit under the wheel, sure.
He's also a loudmouth.
That's not a bad thing right now. You are
Yeah,
too.
we're gonna-
Me and you fly?
Yeah, but we're gonna be trying to keep our heads down. I don't know about this guy.
The only difference between this guy and you is that when you fly, you don't produce. This guy's got results.
Oh,
Back.
there we go.
Right there on the screen. Look,
There we go.
it's right there.
I don't want to hear about the lamb again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the 15th crash, it's finally out of commission.
Thank
Finally
you.
out of commission. Never to be resurrected again, right? Metascore.
Gravity did what fate couldn't.
The interview with Terry Burgess continues a bit. He continues his assertions that he's going to win this tournament and take all this money and start up his own darn thing. You're having this discussion while your personal communicator's pinging 6 or 7 unanswered calls from this number now. It ties back to the Donegal Broadcasting Corporation. It's ringing again.
I answer.
You answer. Hello, is this Wiley?
This is Wiley.
Wiley, it is so good to speak to you. Julian Nero, your man in the know. Welcome back to Solaris. Heard you were in town. Loving the tournament so far. How's everything's going?
Fantastic. We're enjoying the results, looking them over. What is it I can help you with this afternoon?
Well, it's, DBC is just thrilled to know that you're back on planet, and we would love to get an interview with you just so we could tell everyone, all of your fans, everyone in the tournament, just how things have been going. Where have you been? You disappeared. You were barely a teenager when you left Solaris. You started your own Merc group, right?
Yeah, we generally don't talk about that. Is there anything you want to discuss about the tournament?
We'll be covering the final rounds and such, but no, I was more interested in you. If there's anything, I would love to meet with you. Get your story out there. It could be a big boom for the tournament. Just hearing the travails of what has happened while you're out there.
Do I see him like distraught? Are you distraught or are you just confused?
No, you can see me talking on the phone.
Yeah, I know, but what are you looking like? Are you like annoyed or?
I'm more or less, you can tell by my facial expression that I'm going to end this call, but not the way this guy is leading on. You can probably hear a murmur
because
of what's coming on through the the risk comp.
So because Lin 6 annoys you, he's just going to look over.
Yeah.
Psst, 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 get your attention.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Media.
Oh, well, give it to me.
Where do you want to meet?
Well, tell you what, I've got a room downtown. It's actually it's just a couple of blocks down from the Valhalla Club. Although I guess it's been a while since you were invited in there. But I'd be happy to meet you. I'll ping you the location. Top floor, penthouse restaurant. Buy you a steak. And just in exchange for the rights to publish your story, dinner'll even be on me.
I'll let you talk to my agent. Hang tight. Flip the comm over.
Put the mic back on your mouth, though. Can't use it as a prop.
Hello, Wiley.
Agent?
Agents.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi there. Who's this?
Harlan Storm.
Harlan Storm. I'm Julian Nero. I'm sure you've heard of me. You're a man in the know here on Solaris. Of course. You're working with Wiley. You guys buddies in the Merc trade back in the day, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I needed some people to help me out back in the day, and Wiley was a little desperate for a cigar and a snack, so I thought I'd buy him something.
Oh, I would love to hear more about that.
I'd love to give you all the details.
I'm going to be meeting Wiley, it sounds like, for dinner tonight, but I would love to schedule a quick call with you a bit later. Can I connect you to one of my girls to set something up?
I mean, I'm not going to say no to that, but what if you extended that dinner invitation to, say, Wiley and 6 other people? I put it on silent for a second. He could pay for the dinner for all these people as part of the, double down, double the skills.
I just start saying like, well, what's the restaurant? Like, is this surf and turf or is this just, are we doing steaks?
Yeah, he said steak.
Oh, so it's not a buffet, it's steak, right?
Yeah, it's legit.
We could bring these guys, make this guy pay the bill. It's great.
Oh man.
Double down.
Yeah, steaks, I'm down.
All right.
I'm gonna order extra steaks and put them in my pants.
That's a mistake. Okay.
That's a later steak. That's a steak for the hotel room.
So Harlan goes back, unmutes the thing. Listen, how would you like an exclusive from all of us?
Sorry, who's all of us?
There's a new mercenary group that's kind of coming together, but we'd love to give you the whole lowdown, but we'd need a table for 7. On you, we'll give you the whole scoop.
I'll be straight with you. What was it, William?
Harlan.
I'll be straight with you. Looking to have that conversation with Wiley. You make sure that he's going to be there. He's going to dish. Get me everything I need. You and I can do business.
I promise you, he'll be there.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'll set something up. How much time do you need to gather your mech warriors?
Just give us the tournament. How long is this going for? Like, are they accessible for the quick meet if we were to go approach them?
There will be the final rounds in probably a couple of days.
Okay, so we got time to bring them out for dinner. Okay. Give me a couple hours.
I appreciate a man who's prompt about his business. Tell you what, I'll book the table. I'll get everything set. We'll bring in some crews, bring in some cameras. I'm sure you don't mind a little bit of attention.
No problem.
Fantastic. I'll have one of my girls send you the details, and you will be speaking directly to me, the man in the know. Looking forward to meeting you, Mr.
See you soon. Click. Lin 6 turns over, looks at Randolph checkers and says, okay, so I got us a free steak dinner. Now all we can do is just build the ruse, get these guys, this Jabal, Nero, everybody, get them in, and we're just gonna tell them we're taking them out for dinner for a business proposition. And while this guy's interviewing Wiley, we'll do the deal with these guys. Steaks.
What we need to do is we need to make sure that order is in before he realizes what's up. Because once the food's shown up, he can't send it back without looking like an idiot. So, I mean, we're gonna get the steak. The rule number 1, steaks.
All right, baseball steak, peppercorn crust for me. We're good.
Oh, yes.
All right, let's not leave our other folks out in the cold. So how are you getting these invitations out?
We gotta find these guys.
How in the universe do you do that? Because in Shadowrun,
Well-
you just internet like how
Well, why don't we just pay a bunch of like Victorian wastrel children to run around and be like, oh, here you are. You know, just summon a steak. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a Christmas carol. Bring me your fattest goose.
What you would probably do, so Wiley, this has been his name is on the tournament.
So you got all the
You've
contact.
spent some money on a crew to essentially the office. You've contracted some folks out to handle this. So you have contact details for all these people. They've probably made arrangements with you for where they're storing their mechs in between rounds and some basic maintenance, how that's worked out.
So they're at a generic stable within the outer rim of Solaris.
I think it would go a long way if the tournament name asked them to a special dinner for a business proposition. In other words, I've done my job. Now why don't you finally do yours?
I'll go down to the stables tonight. Checkers, you're gonna come with me.
Absolutely. We can
Get back.
borrow a car.
We will. We'll split up. We'll go two. You talk. I'll talk to the Drac and the pirate. You can talk to the girls.
I get to talk.
All right.
Helen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Checkers and I will deal with the hard one.
Thank you for that. I'll take the Capellan.
Yeah, just go out there and put that charm on the ladies. We'll go talk to the crazy people.
All right.
Okay, let's do reverse order in this. So, Vera, had your round, you've had your interview. A few hours have passed now. What's Vera up to? Just essentially setting the scene for when this invitation is going to come knocking on her door.
She's in the stables, right?
It's up to you. She could be out partying.
All right, yeah. She's on the hunt for somewhere to grab a soft drink and just relax after the battle. And she's just walking down the street.
Okay, fair. This is Solaris 7. It is Space Las Vegas. If you were looking for a place to find a drink, the answer is every place.
All right.
So, maybe another question to narrow it down. Are we looking at dives? Are we looking at nice places? Or are we looking at places where you hope to maybe have a reservation?
Probably in the middle. Yeah. Something that's nice, but within the range that I could pay for.
Okay, so something like a Thank God It's Space Fridays.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you could be in there. Do you think people recognize her?
No, I don't. I think she's laying low. I don't think she wants a lot of people talking to her at the moment. She's just cooling off, thinking about what's next. So she's kind of keeping her head down, trying not to make eye contact, that sort of stuff.
All right, okay. So then, considering that you're not stable, chances are the folks looking at her, chances are what you're starting first with is essentially the phone number. So presumably, whichever one of you is trying to get a hold of her.
Yes, I have to make the call. So I will pick up the phone and cold call. Beep, boop, boop, beep, beep.
All right. Do I know the number?
You probably recognize the name.
The name?
If you said you was coming from like the tournament.
Yeah, yeah. It's coming from the tournament phone.
So you probably recognize it either from the people that you contracted with to fight
All right.
or such. But yeah, you know it's not just a random joke.
Okay. All right. So my eyes kind of light up, but I'm a little confused what's going on. So I answer, "Hello, who is this?"
Hi, Sarah?
Yep, that's me.
Hi, my name's Harlan. I'm part of the Wily Coyotes here for this tournament, and I just wanted to say that sorry for the cold call in at night, but saw your performance, wonderful. Got a slight business opportunity if you're interested in coming out with a group of us tonight to have a drink and a steak and talk about business, C-bills, business.
Really, me?
Yeah, well, look, you were wonderful on the battlefield. I got to say, your Ostrak handled itself quite well. You were an excellent mech warrior. I'd love to bring you out to our group dinner tonight.
I mean, I'm quite hungry and steak sounds great, so count me in.
All right, I will send you the coordinates. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Click. That was easy. See how it's all you have to do. It's all you got to do. It's all terminology,
That's all you're supposed to do.
but it's all terms. You can't say things like, I would like to take you out for dinner. You got to be smart about this. You can't freak them out like you do all the time. All right? Now watch this one.
Compelling.
Yeah. So before we make
Yep.
that call, so where's Creighton?
Crimson, she's gonna be in the stables, just sprawled out starfish on top of her mech, passed out. Maybe like 2 apples in each hand, a single bite taken out of each one. And she seems like she should be falling off of it, but somehow not.
Amazing. Okay. Are you starting with the phone call or seeing that she's in the stables? Have you gone down there in person?
Well, I'll go down to the stables. Okay. It'll be much more funny this way.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. Lynn 6 walks in and
So I see this.
yeah. But what you see first is the scorpion, and this is important.
Oh.
This is Battletech. Whenever anyone walks into a mech bay, they have to stop and look up and be overawed at the majesty of these incredible machines.
Yeah, it's just like I'll stop. I see the foot and just like,
Yeah, slave Hannah.
Then you see, what's that?
Just the foot dangling.
Yeah. It's just the boot dangle.
Apple rolls off.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll catch it. It's gonna bite out of it.
The other one falls off too.
Hello, miss. Kong. I'll kick try to kick the mech, create a sound, realizing it's doing nothing. It's like kicking a steel pole. Kink. Is there a ladder nearby?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we got like a mezzanine balcony.
I'm going to awkwardly try to put both apples in my mouth to hold them, and
Great idea.
I'll just like make my way up. But I'll eat the backside so that way she can continue. And I'll just wake my way up the ladder, and as soon as I get to the point where I can see, when I pop my head up, what do I see? You sprawled up.
Yeah,
So
starfish.
I'll just like take the apple out, put it back in your hand. Put it back in your hands, wipe the sweat off or the slam off, and put it in the. Yeah. I'll not pick up my stun stick. So I'll just like shake the apple to shake your hand. So I'm not actually touching you. I'm just shaking the apple. Excuse me.
I jolt awake and like,
Okay, I'm sorry. Hi.
Hi.
My name's Holland Storm. Sorry to interrupt you in your stable. Sorry about the apples.
What happened to my apple?
You dropped them.
Look at right here.
Listen, great performance today. Sorry to intrude, but bit of a time urgency. We're going to have a dinner tonight. And we, as a whole bunch of us, and on behalf of the organization, Wiley's organization, we would like to invite you to said steak dinner.
But I have apples.
We can get you sauteed apples with the steak if you'd like.
I like crispy apples.
Well, then we could get a crispy apple, and that's all you can eat if you want.
Cool. Okay.
Here are the details. We'll talk about business. Is that cool?
Sure.
And
I get an apple though, right?
as many as you want. I'll just like, as I'm going to the ladder, I'm just going to be like, Helen's serious. So then I'll leave the bay. And then I'll message Wiley and be like, job's done.
You got the 2?
Yeah, but you got to get the other 3, including that loudmouth and the Victor.
In the Victor. Well, Checkers, what do you think first?
Well, I mean, anyone who drives a Victor only does so because they don't have a Highlander. So here's what I'm thinking. You want to do the loudmouth first or second?
I'm thinking him second.
Yeah.
I think the last person we go for is Nero. I think he's going to be the easiest of the 3 to...
His name's Nero. That bodes ill.
Yeah, but he's pretty straight to the point, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And sociopaths generally are, yeah.
So I guess we'll make our way for for Jabal, I guess we're gonna have to figure out what stable he's at, and we'll head down to the to that area and make contact with him, and then we'll deal with the Victor pilot next.
Okay.
All right. So we'll progress down to the stables. So we'll take a cab down there or whatever.
Sure. Is Jabal there?
Sort of. So back behind one of the unused mech bays, it's actually fallen into disrepair. And as you guys would be coming into it, you can hear this cacophony of screaming and yelling. And I'm currently down on the pit floor, surrounded by people. One hand smashing the guy's head into the wall, so I'm going at his rib cage as I'm in the midst of a pit fight.
Okay. Well, let's start off by seeing how that's doing by doing our first combat roll of the game. Why don't you make an unarmed attack roll for me? And I imagine this guy is not going to be defending against you as much. 4 plus... it's going to be a 6 on my end.
So 10.
So yeah, there's this person is barely able to hold themselves together against your onslaught. Talk about what happens next.
Does he collapse down? Or do I gotta hit him one more time? Gotta make sure
if
that
you let go, he's going down. It's possible that maybe what he wanted anyway before you started wailing on him. You don't think he's standing up for more of a fight. It's just a question.
I'll just kind of let his head go and take a step back, still ready to go at him if he needs it.
And he sort of leans forward and canters back and leans forward again, and he's down.
It shows pit crew. They were cheering.
Is there other people there watching?
Oh yeah.
I thought just like a regular fight for money.
Yeah,
essentially. Okay.
Though interestingly enough, as some of the money is changing hands and being thrown down, I don't take any of it.
Now, it is traditional not to bet on oneself directly, but as presumably you're walking in and seeing this, like, oh, wait, money's changing hands, but the Jabal, I'm sure, still looks stoic.
Yeah. Even in the midst of taking him down, absolutely deadpan face.
Got the Randall face.
What's this guy's deal, Checkers?
I don't know. He seems to like money, so that'll be easy to negotiate. I mean, I like money too.
Something tells me it's not going to take money. The rings.
Are you sure?
To be clear, the crowd is starting to disperse. Money is changing hands. None of it seems to be making its way to Jabal.
No,
No.
be making his way to Jabal.
That's unfortunate.
I walk into the middle of what's left of the unforming ring of people. I drop a couple hundred sea bills in the middle of the thing and I point at them. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
There's a general susurrus from the crowd.
I'd like to take the opposite.
The only way we're getting this guy's respect is if we do it with our fists. So
I understand. I'm taking the opposite action of that bet. I mean, it's just business.
yeah.
Okay, Checkers is going to find somebody to take a bet against. What do you think the odds? What are you going to try to get for that, Checkers?
Oh, well, seeing as that guy is standing there like prime, main character energy, I'm thinking, maybe 10-1 is valid for protagonist syndrome there.
You say that Jabal is just going to wipe out Wily, and so it would be 10-1 if Wily wins?
Well, does he have any bruises?
How are you faring after the fight? We came in right at the end of it.
You don't say anything.
Yeah, see, that's the point. Like, if the person looks like Bruce Lee after a fight, not even out of breath, we have up him.
Yeah. A little blood on his knuckles, he said.
No blood on my knuckles. We can't tell if it's mine or his.
Yeah, be careful he doesn't remove your memory.
Stock you back next week.
How big is he compared to me?
I'm pretty good. I'm a pretty good sized guy.
Oh, I'm tall, but I'm not ripped.
No, I'm kind of tank like.
Yeah, 500 on the mysterious stranger.
Okay. Cool. Okay. People are starting to come around.
Oh yeah, no, the crowd was just starting to disperse, and now this new guy has just shown up. And Wiley, you're not the cover of a magazine, but you've been in Solaris before. You've been famous before. You've come back and started a tournament. You can hear your name being whispered. People know that you're a somebody in this crowd.
So I step forward and I look at Jabal and I say, so I make sure nobody can understand what's going on. We go 2 minutes. I win this. You're coming over for dinner with us. We have a meeting. I have an offer for you.
Two minutes.
2 minutes.
I'll take you in one.
All right, if you take him one, you can have his job, but I have 500 on you.
The contract length is doubled if you take me in one.
Done.
Deal.
Did I see a plot point who's getting played?
Oh yeah. So when they fist bump, if he goes to back away to do his warm up, I want him to like his foot hits a cable, and he doesn't fall, but he does this like
Stumble.
a stumble. You know, like the guy on that GIF meme where he's slipping on the ice but doesn't fall, like just one of those like slip like, and the crowd just kind of goes, kind of laughs a lot.
At the moment he stumbles, I go at him. Let's go.
Okay.
Like a lightning strike, I go at him.
Like all good role-playing games, we're immediately going to player versus player, party versus party.
That's right.
So the way this is going to work, you're going to alternate attacking each other. The attacker, you're going to roll, you're going to use the unarmed stat on your sheet. If you are defending, you're the one being attacked this turn, you're countering by rolling 2d6, and you're adding double, I think it's your double your reflex. So in this case, I think Wiley's reflex is 3.
4.
Is 4. So you're going to do 2d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
If you roll higher than
Yeah.
Ball's attack, then block.
Yeah.
If not, you're going to take damage.
Okay. He's got the initiative.
Cinematic initiative. Oh, you
Let's
can
see.
roll that one. Cock dies always get rerolled. Oh, Karita 6. 9.
9.
9 plus 7.
And I am
16.
I am 4 plus my. I get 4 for my reflex.
It double your reflex.
So 8, so I'm 12.
Ooh.
So,
No.
oh no, that was 6.
Yeah.
15 total.
Okay.
So he gets me as I stumble. Yeah. I take. You got a pencil there, real quick. I take as a pen. We got a pencil there. So I take 1 or 2.
Off the side.
You take, what damage is on your sheet for the unarmed? I believe.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember that. 2.
2. Okay.
2 to your fatigue.
Yep.
So you're going to cross off from the top.
1, 2. Yep.
So that fills that row, I believe, if I remember why.
It takes out my first row and puts me into my second.
Yes, which means you're going to have a minus
2
minus on your subsequent roll.
Yes.
Okay.
So, with his stumble and with my previous win, okay, and this is what I glory in: physical combat. So not only do I go in for the double jab or a single jab, but I'm actually doing a double jab at him from that plot point to allow me to do a second attack.
I'll take that.
As I stumble backwards.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, jeez. Well, you have to beat. Give me a die. That's 18. 18. Oh,
Snake has.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say you're gonna take double damage on
double damage. So I take.
on an almost perfect roll to compared to Snake Eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does Checkers do when he sees us?
Just nods.
That's our guy.
All right. I get back up.
Yep. You like this isn't a hardcore like combat thing. Like you could try to stop if you wanted.
No, I sweep his legs out.
You have negatives on this now, right?
I'm at my plus. I'm at plus my reflexes, right? Double my reflexes.
You're now if you
Minus what I'm at. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm at.
Hold on. No,
Isn't he you're doing melee combat now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're gonna
he's
plus
using his skill. So instead of using the double reflex anymore, you're using the skill you have. If you have a trained martial arts,
No.
then it's your 2d6 plus, I think, just standard reflex, no skill, 2d6 plus the base stat.
Yeah.
Play stats. So I'm at 10 minus 2, 8.
And so then mine's double initiative, so +4.
Oh, God.
He
So
blocked it.
you beat it on the dice.
Yeah.
See,
Those guys are the dice. So
I mean, inspire dice fills. Like, he made Battletech. He just rolls naturally very high.
he doesn't roll, I know. He never rolls like this ever. That's insane. I don't know what's going on. He never rolls like this.
Silly needs to get beat down.
Yeah, apparently.
So, I mean, Wiley. Yeah.
So, do you even dodge this sweep, or does it just impact it is it like?
I'm just like a tree trunk.
Yeah.
Just picture the fizz.
Yeah, I don't even
the pack strap.
don't even move. Okay. I get back up and I step back and reset.
Let's go. Trying to get back up, I'm just immediately hammering into him. We made a deal. 1 minute.
Yeah.
How long is the round?
I think we're now in 20 seconds.
So 14. I got 9.
Okay, that's another 2 damage.
Yeah.
Are you out?
No. I got 4 left.
But -3?
I'm not staggered yet. I'm at -4 now.
I was going to say this is an excellent opportunity to tutorial the combat mechanics, but
That's not it.
Stand back up. I'm a man of my word. I brush myself off.
you catch eyeline with Dr. Checkers.
Yep.
What information is exchanged in that look?
Like with him?
Yeah.
Or with him?
Oh no, he's
ready. I'm going to.
yeah. Well, but as you struggle to your feet, Dr. Checkers is standing. He's watching. You meet eyes with him.
I'm smiling. I've made money.
Yeah. I nod and go back forward. Let's go. Let's go.
This is great. Okay.
Come back forward. That's a 7 because I'm at straight because I don't get my bonus.
So
He blocks it.
yeah, block it.
Mm-hmm.
As he blocks, I immediately go down low for an uppercut.
I play a plot point.
FYs.
The plot points go in the middle, right?
They go to me.
I like the idea that the dice are literally up in the air, rolling as the plot points being slid onto the table.
Yeah.
As he blocks me on my attack, I go down like I've stumbled over the same cable, grabbing the cable and wrapping it around his feet.
Okay.
All right. So would that be like an unarmed?
I honestly, I think because it's a plot point, I'm just going to allow it. You grabbed a cable.
Happens. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. To bring him down, to prevent him from hitting me again, and to try to regain some sort of momentum here, or stop his momentum, obviously, because I'm not a street fighter.
Okay. So then I tumble backwards, but it would just immediately roll back up into a fighting stance, several feet from him. And pause for a moment. Like, what's he going to do?
I think we're going to say, just for purposes of keeping track, you're now at near distance. In a single action, you'll be able to close that to close, so it won't affect this fight much, but just as a heads up,
I look at my watch. How long has it been?
we are probably now at 30 seconds.
The moment he looks at his watch.
I'm doubling the bet. I'm doubling the bet.
And then go for the dramatic up into the air.
Trying to hammer down. Play another plot point as he leaps up. I dive between his legs as he goes through and do an acrobatics roll of some sort, and come back around the other side trying to buy time.
Because you're playing a plot point, I'm going to say don't worry about the roll on that.
Okay.
And currency on that happening. Yep. Nimble, wily, dodges.
Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
Stand and fight!
What's the distance between us?
Now, even after the minute, he's gonna knock you out no matter what. Now that you're trying to dodge, now the knockout's coming. You know the knockout's coming.
We're at what, 40 seconds? I got 20 more seconds.
35, 40. You
Don't blow your plot point.
No, I know that, but we got to do this the right way.
just dodged under him, so you are close. You're facing the wrong way, but that can be resolved.
Come on, car payment.
I can take 2 more punches here. That's it. Where he knocks me out. So it's my turn. Is there a way that I can hold my action to give myself some sort of bonus for his income?
It's called running away. It's called hard out of the room. It's doing this. You just see him doing like the high kick flips as he's running around the circle.
Well, he's wily, right? He has a little sign that says "Yikes."
I'm trying to buy time.
But tell you what, let's go with if you want to like hunker down.
Yep.
Give me a roll and let's see. I mean, including the penalties that you've taken from that.
What am I rolling against? My reflexes?
Just give me a straight 2d6. I just want to say
6.
so 6 minus your penalty. That gives you, what are you now at? 3. You're at 2. Okay, so let's apply a 2 plus your reflexes penalty to your next attack.
Okay.
Because he's sort of pulling himself together and is trying to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll immediately swing down, and then with him kind of hunkering down, I'll actually go for a full-on kick. So cage fighting.
Okay, so that's going to be a -6 because of your high reflex, right?
Yeah. So then it's just a +1.
All right.
12. Did you get bugged?
No, it's all.
Oh, just okay.
+1 though.
But just
Yeah.
I think yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
2 more. That's it.
2 more.
I'm staggered. Oh, I'm not staggered yet. 1 off staggered. All right. Okay. So that's what, 50
I
seconds?
think say we're at 50 seconds.
Yep.
End the plot point, Randall.
Yeah.
Should end the plot point and put him in the ground. Hand up.
Let's go. Stepping back. Step back. Let's go. Let's go. And when he comes in, I'm going to play my plot point.
Okay, Randall.
No, wait.
I'm coming towards him. I actually have the slightest bit of a smile that only he sees crack for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
As I then go for the stab.
Stab is a very specific.
Yeah.
Are we using an implement here?
No.
No. Okay.
Just doing a jab towards him. But for just a sec, letting it slip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiny hint of a smile.
Yeah.
All right. Make the attack roll unless you're counter it.
No, you can.
Oh my god. I pull part of the punch. Yeah.
I'm on straight 8. So I take the shot. You glancing blow, I would assume is coming in.
Same blow. Yeah.
Still gonna stagger you, I think.
I think that's in this, especially the way this is going.
Yeah.
It's going to push you into stagger.
Yeah, stagger. Yeah.
So Wiley, from his perspective, has stood up. Let's go. Come up from your perspective.
So Paul.
You walk up and he is now senseless. Is he still on his feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still on my feet, and it's been a minute.
Yes. And then I look at the watch.
Yours or his?
Thanks, money. No, I like that. Then I look at his watch and then kind of, I'll see you tonight, and push him over. Yeah. And walk out of the arena to applause. Yeah.
Checkers is rolling in it.
There is like my money, and I'm gonna make it rain.
There's a mixture of applause and a fair amount of groaning, and that wasn't a great fight for watch. A lot of people just watched some wire guy get destroyed by this big Seth Karetan, but it sounds like you've made the deal.
Made the deal.
I mean the money.
Yeah. Checkers, you're in the money. You have a nearly unconscious companion and 2 more characters to talk to before we take our first break. How would you like to handle this situation?
You got the next one.
All right, so yeah, I will give my fella his cut. I'll give him that whole like 20 C bills, and I'll be like, go get yourself something nice.
It's all good. I'll put a steak on my arm and get the rest.
Go get yourself something nice. Just slide that into his vest. All right, we have to read the other two, right?
That's right.
Okay, let's go meet this Nero fella.
Okay, so Red, where's Nero at this point?
Nero has gone back to his apartment.
What's his apartment like?
It is a horror show. If you've ever seen like a very Spartan, but it's uncomfortably Spartan. There's no furniture outside of a single desk, which he eats his food at. There's like a fridge, and that's where his food is stored. Like the kitchen has not been given anything that would bring life to it. The whole area, it feels like if you were to walk into it, you'd feel incredibly uncomfortable. It's all hard edges. There's nothing softening it at all. He's got his bed, which is clearly just a cot that he leaves for himself. And then he has a gun drawer.
Well, who doesn't?
So it's completely barren outside of these very basic implements. And he is currently in the process of sitting and reading something in his apartment.
All right.
So next, go ahead.
We're gonna walk up and do the bling bling while my fella, I'm sure, is with me, holding his face and trying to find some of his blood.
Yeah.
I'll stand up. Nero doesn't respond to the ping pong.
Oh, all right. Okay. I'm gonna do the cop knock. I'm gonna use the flat of the hand. I'm gonna make it certain that it's the kind of knock where somebody knows that they owe you money.
Oh my god. So
and I'm also going to pull my gun and have it behind my back.
All right. So getting up carefully from his desk, looking like a reptile that has been disturbed, quietly, like, pulling his knife sort of out into one hand, his dagger, if you will, but, trying to keep it in the sleeve of his jacket at the same time, just to pull it when he has to. Our friend Nero approaches the door and does not open it. He looks to see who it is. He sees two unfamiliar figures, which immediately puts him on edge. And his only response to the door, he does respond to the intercom between the two. He's like, "Who is this?"
Oh, wow. You sound so nice. We saw you fight on the finest TV. We had this wonderful
How did you find this
suite.
apartment?
Well, first of all, we had this wonderful suite. We had plenty of food. It was 3D, not 2D. We had a spa and a hot tub and a bar. And we're going to go have dinner. And we would like to take you, a winner, to dinner, free steak dinner. And how we found you was really not important at all whatsoever. Please don't ask about it. I only have one eye.
So there's this long, uncomfortable silence. It's just, you can tell that there's a machine tabulating on the other side of the door. It might be made of flesh and blood, but it's very clearly making some very reptilian calculations. The door opens, and there's just this stone-faced man staring at you. And when he's looking at you, he's clearly sizing you up in the sense of he's trying to figure out just who the hell you are and what proposition you have for him. But he also is very not happy that someone has figured out where he is. And if only to find out more as to why these people figured out where he was, he's just like, "Where's the dinner taking place?"
A restaurant, which is real. I assure you it's real. Can we come inside? I don't want to stand in the hallway. I really don't want to stand. Most people die indoors or in stairwells. I don't want to die in either of those. So either we're going to have ourselves a crime scene or you're going to let us inside. How's that sound?
He steps aside and gestures for you to enter his apartment.
All right, cool. And as soon as I step under the door,
I follow behind Checkers, looking at him like, "Do you have any ice?"
He just
Stares Nero. This
just-
looks like he's at the crap.
I got a hood up over my head. You know,
he looks back at you.
shiner. I got clearly.
He looks back at you with some measured level of half contempt.
You probably recognize who I am, but I got a big black eye.
So wait, your guy has basically the I can't believe men live like this apartment, right? Where it's just like the bare minimum things to exist.
Oh, even by those standards, this would be pretty sparse.
Oh wow.
As a person lives here.
Wow, man, you really went for the Capellan luxury experience, didn't you? Land of plenty. Look at all of these things you have. I love how you have cup in the sink. Cup, man. That's great. It's right next to plate as well, and fork. Fan of that. Big fan of that. So many choices. You seem like a normal guy. So you want to go to dinner?
Apparently, I'm doing things the wrong way.
So yeah, like he's just sizing them up for a few seconds, and he's just like, "I will go to dinner with
Wow.
you."
Excellent. So I have to ask. I'm going to walk over to this fridge.
Oh, it's there's almost nothing in it. It's barren.
I'm gonna open it, and as soon as I open it, I'm gonna look relieved. I'm like, hey, there's no bodies in here. I was wrong. Okay, so let's go to dinner.
You know, there is one thing. If you checked in the freezer, you would have potentially found some explosives materials in the freezer. Thank goodness you didn't check the freezer.
Not my business. If I don't find a head in the fridge, I'm good.
Mom found the Simtex drawer.
While your personal communicator pings again,
I look at it. Who is it?
the caller ID is Burgess, T.
Oh, it's this mouthy Australian dude.
Oh, hey, your name's Nero, right?
How did you find my name?
You're on TV. Have you heard of television? Have you heard of media? Did you know that when strangers point a camera at you, other people can see it? And you have no control over that whatsoever.
He's just staring straight back at him.
It's amazing.
Just doesn't respond at all.
Your name's Nero. Did your father a fan of Rome, or really hated Rome, or like fiddles? What's the story with that?
And the call go to voice.
Yeah, let it go to voicemail.
All right.
Yeah, he's not responding to Randolph P. Checkers. He's just glaring at him. He's just like, and the only thing he eventually says, he's like, "What time is this dinner?"
I knew you would boil down the steak, though you would probably also boil steak. What kind of steak do you like?
I like the steak that I'll be having at what time?
Dinner time? Which is,
He looks towards Gus for a second, he's clearly thinking like, maybe I have to start stabbing.
I have to go get another guy.
8 o'clock.
There is another guy who, if we get this other guy, dinner can happen. If we don't get this other guy, dinner can also
Who
happen.
is this other person?
Well, kind of a dick, actually. Well, he really gave us bad vibes. I'm gonna bring up him on my comm unit. I'm gonna show the face. I'm gonna be like, see this guy? This guy's a really punchable face. Just I want to right in the kisser.
This guy. No, it's just the other guy, the guy with Victor pilot.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, he looks towards the Victor pilot, and he gives the most
Oh, the Victor
uncomfortable.
pilot's not there yet, Red. He's not there
He
yet.
showed me the picture though. He showed me the picture of the person. So as he's showing me the picture of the person, my guy looks at it for a few moments, And then he smiles the most uncomfortable and insincere smile you've ever seen in your life. He goes, I would like to help you go find this person.
Do you sell cars? Because I've seen that smile before. Say undercoating for me. Say warranty.
You're going to need warranty if you need to continue asking me these questions. Why don't we go find your friend here? I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, I mean, who drives a Victor other than someone, again, who doesn't have Highlander money?
Is there a voicemail left?
There's a voicemail left on Wiley's.
I put it on speaker.
Oi, wanker! What's all this I hear about you getting all these low-toss second raters up to some kind of fancy party? You haven't called us? Call me back.
All right, do you want to deal with this guy?
Oh, I'll deal with a guy, and I'll take Nero, because Nero wants to meet him, and I'm sure nothing terrible will happen, right, Nero?
Nothing terrible will happen.
The guy
meet him.
who has such amenities and such human things as cup and spoon and fork and knife, comma singular, is a normal person, comma human, and I are going to go find this guy. It'll be great.
All right. So you're going to go find this guy. He's not hard to find. Probably completely expectedly. He's very loud. He hangs out with this crew that he referenced, Burgess's Broadaxes, with that accent, at what could charitably be described as a pub. This is definitely a place for people to drink, swill, and then punch each other in the face. The impact of that is somewhat lessened by the scene we just had with Chappelle and Wiley. But yeah, there would be no organized 1 minute, 2 minute rules in this dive. But this big, fat, drunken moron is kind of holding court. There are 3 others that definitely you kind of recognize. These guys are also in the tournament, but he's the sort of the star. But there's maybe a dozen folks in vaguely matching brown clothes that looks like they can't decide if they want to be a gang or a mercenary crew or a Solaris stable or what, but they operate as a group and they like money, and you doubt any of them read. So you come walking into this dimly lit, let's say, bar to be generous. How do you want to approach this?
I'm going to walk up to the guy and say, eat any good books lately.
What was that? Who are you?
I'd repeat it, but I don't want to.
You're one of them fancy off-worlders. You
Fancy?
jobs? Yeah, listen to you, all your consonants. Yeah, this before. Everyone get a load of this guy in his fancy hat. And
Brother, you're so ugly, your portraits hang themselves.
What did you just say to me, cheeky wanker? You say that to my face? He stands up. He's getting right in your face, Checkers.
You're in on this one on your own. I lost the last one, Checkers.
I'm going to lean back to Nero and be like, hey, I know you want to hurt this guy, so this one's free. I wound him up for you. Good luck.
Just, he overhears this. He's going to turn straight to you. Oh, who are you supposed to be?
Oh boy. Let me pull up my character sheet here.
Here.
Unfortunately, I have melee weapons instead of unarmed, which is great.
Use your belt. Use your belt.
I got a stun stick.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to cattle prod him. I'm going to cattle prod him right now. So just right in the belly. I'm going to cattle prod him just while he's not looking. Just as it's like already the cattle prod comes out of the coat and just right into the abdomen. It's chubby abdomen.
Nero, this is not the steak you're looking for, buddy.
This is the steak we're looking for.
This is why you recruit sociopaths.
All right, Britt, I'm going to play a plot point. It's going to be a little good, a little bad. Terry Burgess is going to and just go down. Smack.
no.
Done. And everyone else in the bar pushes their chairs aside and stands up and is looking at the two of you. Well, three of you if you count Wiley. They have unhappy looks on their faces. And I think that's where we're going to take our first break.
Well, right before that happens, I pull my hood down.
Okay.
I look at everybody in the room.
Don't you this?
No, you don't. Not with those eyes. You get the shit.
I do my Rocky Balboa.
Exactly.
And like anybody else?
Yeah, I think that's a great place to leave it. So for those of you joining us online, be sure to stay tuned. We'll be back soon with our next episode. And for those of you here, we're just going to take a bit of a breath, you'll get some fresh air, and then we'll hop right back to it. Thanks so much, everybody here, and thanks so much for watching, folks. We'll be back soon.